Yeah. I'm not trying to be insensible or make a joke out of it, but like literally the day before the concert, he released a song called like Escape Plan, I think. And it's a bit sad that the people attending the concert didn't have an escape plan. Okay, so guys, big musician Travis Scott, with hits like Goosebumps, Butterfly Effect, Sicko Mode. He's in some deep waters right now. And do you guys know why? Like, I'm pretty sure y'all know why, right?
Right,
So
he did some messed up stuff at the concert, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Or he did
yeah.
something
So
messed up at the concert.
so in his last fest, Astroworld, it turned out by the end of the concert that 8 people were dead and thousands more were injured. It's one of the worst like concert tragedies like I've ever seen or I've witnessed like in real time. And on this episode of the Zaddies Talk to You podcast, my name is Connor and I'm joined by Ibrahim and Tierna. We're basically just gonna discuss the Astroworld Fest. But make sure you guys subscribe to keep up with some more pop culture news from our teenage perspectives. And well, let's sip this tea and dive right in. So, just a little bit of background on Astroworld, right? I think it was like from some Houston Astro like amusement park, right? It was from some Houston amusement park, and Travis Scott used that as like the foundation for his third album, Astroworld, and he turned that into like a large like music festival, right? It's been going on for years. Like y'all know that, right? Like it's been going on for years
Yeah.
and stuff. Big celebrities have been there. And this time, like the track list was insane. Obviously, the show was canceled, but if it wasn't canceled, he would have gone Young Thug, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, Don Toliver on there. But obviously, it ended up different. So how it started out, where a lot of red flags were raised, is that he actually in the promo material, he actually like encouraged fans if because the show was sold out, he encouraged fans to like storm into the premise like if if like the venue is sold out. So he can let more people in, thinking he was a man for the people. But I don't think Travis realizes like that was there for a reason. So this is the clip right here of like the people actually storming through. Like it's wild, bro. They broke through the fence, man. That's insane. And then like so a lot of people think that's like where Travis's accountability is a lot more into play in terms like the casualties of the event. Like, do y'all think that that was obviously irresponsible with him, right? Like you guys think?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you're already he was already sold out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically if you're already sold out, even yeah, especially during when like even COVID is going on. I know it's not as big in the States, but if you're sold out, you should be cautious of that. And it's just like too many people in one place obviously leads to what happened at the show. People like being crushed in mosh pits and stuff like that. So I think it definitely wasn't wise on his part. And I feel like it was completely avoidable if he hadn't let too many people in.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like, obviously the people who set up the events, they have reasons on why there's max capacity of people. Because if it happens, well, we're gonna get into it. People can end up like seriously injuring themselves, or in this case, even die. Like it's a serious thing. But like even in the show, like obviously if you have a large amount of people who are just standing still, even it's gonna like feel congested, really congested. But it's a bit different compared to like if you compare that to the type of music the artist makes. Like Travis Scott, he's actually encouraged a lot of like raging in the past. Like I remember he was arrested in 2015 at Lollapalooza for like encouraging people to like break through security events or something. And also like somebody stole his shoe in like a crowd surf and he told the
Yeah,
whole
and then
crowd,
everyone tried to beat him. Yeah, he told everyone to beat
yeah,
him up.
everybody should spit on him and beat the guy up. And like obviously he has a lot of leverage against his crowd and stuff like that. And well, I think, obviously he's trying to fit his vibe, but I just think it's a bit irresponsible of what you can do. And also he kind of foreshadows that in his lyrics. Like, have y'all heard Stargazing off of Astroworld?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's one line in the song where I think it's like, and it ain't a mosh pit if there ain't no injury. So he's encouraging people to get injured and stuff like that, which is, you shouldn't really do that. Like you shouldn't encourage people to like risk their lives, I guess. But then we move on to the actual show. All these people are like crowded in there, and people are like jumping up, bouncing, like because they're hyped. Maybe Sicko Mode's playing, or something. And well, there was somebody, and people obviously notice this, and they're trying to stop the show. Well, this is just like footage here of like somebody trying to stop the show, telling a cameraman like to stop, but like the cameraman's literally doing nothing.
That's okay, we see real quick. Take me, let's do it.
Yeah, so if you guys can see, like that camera dude is doing nothing. But like I feel like in his defense as well, right? I think he's wearing headphones and he can't really hear the guys. Like, what do you think? Like, do you see both perspectives on that kind of approach with the cameraman?
I mean, yeah, I handle people.
What?
I don't think he's the best. I don't think he's the best person to go to.
Yeah, I know. Like, how is the cameraman gonna stop the show? Like, I don't think he has like. I think he has communication with other cameramen, but I don't think he has communication with most of the people like running the show, especially not Travis and people like on the stage or around the stage. So I don't think it's really in his control. But yeah, he could have maybe, I don't know, done something. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's a cameraman, so I don't feel like he could have done that much.
Mm-hmm. But like speaking of Travis, he I think he saw a lot of things that like happened in the crowd, but he just kind of like reacted weird in some ways. Like I'm not trying to skew this to like say, oh, Travis is a bad guy, but it's just something that kind of like was kind of stood out to me, I guess. So here, like he's reacting to like an ambulance that like.
What the is that?
Like I can't really get inside his head, but like I think really he should have like stopped the show and then just kind of like let things settle down, let the ambulance clear away, other than just like going straight directly into a song. Like do y'all feel the same way about that?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
I feel like an ambulance. Like,
yeah, but go ahead, Ibrahim.
Like I remember one time case I had a show and like one person like I think passed out, but he stopped it immediately and then checked on the person. That's what he should have done too.
Yeah, like even bands before, like I think Green Day did like, I don't know, Linkin Park or Green Day did like the same thing. And they were like, look, we're not going to perform if it's like at the health of like expenses of other people. And I think, I'm not for the canceling of Travis Scott, but I think he just really needs to learn from that. So then, the show continued. He kept performing. Drake came on, which obviously hyped a lot of people, but it also like brought up a lot of casualties. And then let's react to this story here of like this girl who just was like involved in the crowd, I guess.
Hey gang, I'm in Houston right now. So I'm in Houston, Texas because I came to attend the Astroworld Festival. And last night was day 1. Unfortunately, day 2 was canceled. And a lot of tragic events had taken place at this event last night. It was crazy. Although it was crazy, everything was preventable for a fact. From the absolute beginning of when I stepped in and got through security, immediately as I was on the merge line, everybody was acting out of place. Nobody was, listening to rules. They were literally passing the barricades around our head. And I was just like really concerned because as a New Yorker, I just hate shit that's out of place. Like, why are you guys screaming? And me being short, I'm 4'11", so me being short, if I can't see something, I get very, very worried. So then I start wondering, why are they all screaming? Like, I can't see, so I need to know exactly what's going on. That's my New York senses. I be alert 24/7. Not the point, though. I just feel so bad towards, like, the end where everybody needed the most help. You could hear from the back, the front, the side, the north, east, west, and south. People were chanting, help me, help me, help me, help us, help, help, help. When I had gotten to the front, I tried to stay, and I'm so thankful I left because I couldn't breathe anymore. I remember one of the security guards had told me, he's like, I can't let you out unless you're passing out. So, given that these ragers are crazy, boys wanted more space in the front, so they were like, yo, she's passing out, yelling to security guard, lying to help me get out, and then I actually was able to get out. So, it was a bunch of shit going on, but the fact that they were given a call saying, if these people are not passing out, do not take them up. I've never been to a concert or festival where they can't help you get out. Like, if you can't breathe, you can't breathe.
I think a lot of the blame is on like the actual management of the thing because there were so many railings. If you look at the venue, there are so many railings preventing people from getting out. And I think that, if Travis encouraged that stuff, obviously the people who promote the venues as well need to like act upon it, I guess, and like act upon it and just like remove if they see people breaking into the thing, they should remove the barriers to like make sure if anybody passes out, they can get them out safely, or just it clears up a lot of space as well. So yeah. But then obviously from that, there was so much backlash. Like a lot of people got injured. There are, I think, over 40 lawsuits against Travis. I don't think that's reasonable. Like, do y'all agree? Like 40 lawsuits against Travis?
He definitely deserves some, not 40, but he definitely deserves some. So
Yeah, for sure.
Or
Yeah.
like his team as well.
Yeah, the
The
lawsuit,
whole event.
the lawsuits that I feel like some of them should be towards him, but like a lot of them should also be towards the management, because obviously what we saw in that video, it was poorly managed. So I feel like I feel like the management has gotten lawsuits, but probably not as much as Travis. So, and Travis, like he hired, I bet it wasn't him directly, but he probably approved the management and stuff like that. So it is partially his fault, but the management, like they didn't also do their job well. So I feel like, I don't know, 40 is a lot. The management should get some, he should get some, but yeah, that's a lot.
I think that, like, obviously it was a lot of his fault, like that caused like what happened. And I think a lot of people as well are upset because of his apology video. And we're gonna react to that. Like, I think y'all have already seen it, but like we gotta see if it's like ingenuine or not, because I don't know if he's like really trying to help people or some and stuff.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. My fans.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. He don't look sad. He just looked like he just got out of bed. Like, I'm not trying to make a joke out of it, but it doesn't seem like super genuine.
He does look like it. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, that is.
And then also like the black and white filter isn't helping.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
My fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The city of Houston, HPD, fire department, everyone to help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything.
Yeah, he don't look that sad. He just looked like he kind of got
looks like he doesn't even care. Like how he forgot half his own script.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
but the thing is, I feel like he would be, if I was in his position, I would be overwhelmed as well. And like, I feel like it's partially he's kind of overwhelmed and didn't expect it. And it's like, it's overwhelming, but yeah, it is not really a good apology. I feel like he could have done it in front of like an actual camera, no black and white filter. I don't know why he decided to do that. And yeah, I feel like the apology could have been better, but I also feel like he might have just been overwhelmed. I don't know if he had a script or not, but
then again, do you really think he's doing this because of his fans, or do you think he's just doing this so he doesn't have to pay like millions of dollars in lawsuits? Because
I
like,
think
do you
he.
think
I
he's
think
Well, I
being
he
feel
was.
like
overwhelmed?
he's gonna get lawsuits anyway. I feel
Yeah,
like
but
he's gonna get
he's
lawsuits
like,
anyway.
I mean, I think he's doing the reason he's overwhelmed is more because of the money he's gonna lose rather than the fans.
Yeah, Travis
Like,
Scott.
let's be real.
Travis Scott
Yeah,
could like be broke after this event, honestly.
Like,
Uh,
honestly, yeah, he could.
cause people are targeting him and Drake. I don't know why they're targeting Drake. Did nothing. But
I
yeah,
mean,
they're
people love targeting Drake these days. Let's be real.
last facts, bro.
Who doesn't target Drake?
But yeah, I don't know. Travis Scott, I think he's genuinely sorry, but that execution of the apology video wasn't really fair. But then we move on to like the last segment of this video about talking about like people being harsh on are people being harsh on him and cancel culture like in general. Like I saw on my story the other day of somebody on like a TikTok comment saying uh if you click the three dots on Spotify, you can like choose to not hear music from this artist again to make sure Travis Scott goes broke. I don't think that's really fair. I think, I think the only way for, I think, because like cancel culture, that's basically like another form of online bullying, make sure somebody doesn't get income rather than them actually encouraging and to like encouraging them to do better and just learning from their mistakes. I feel like people can do that. Like I preach growth. So it's like, I think Travis can do better. It's just people, this amount of people haven't told him that he needs to, which, it's obviously kind of sad that he needs that many people to tell him that he needs to. But like, as long as he gets, as long as he gets the message at the end of the day, like, obviously it's sad people died, but it'll prevent a lot more fatalities in the future. Like, do y'all see my stance at this? I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, but then again, let's be real. His apology was worse than Logan Paul's apology. His apology was terrible.
Yeah, his apology was pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, and then also a lot of people are like throwing shade at him for previous stuff that he did. Like his ex-manager was like talking like bad about him and stuff, and I don't really think that's fair. So yeah, what do you think Travis Scott's like next steps then if he doesn't like what do you think he should do now? Pretty much.
I feel like his next step should be just figure out all the lawsuits. Obviously, he paid for all the funeral services, so that's a step in the right direction. Like for me, from my point of view, I feel like figure out all the lawsuits. Probably take some time to himself to like reflect over it, because I feel like he knows it could have been better. He knows what he could have done, but I feel, yeah, those are the next steps for him.
All right, how about you, Beam?
Well, Travis really needs to realize who his audience are. Like, let's be real. Most of Travis's fans are like teenage boys, like realistically speaking, and he has to realize they're
He's
not smart enough to like. Yeah, they're just not. He has to realize they're not like that smart to understand like what not to do and what's like the right thing to do. So he really has to like understand his audience much better. Because like I feel like if he had a older audience listening to him, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, this wouldn't have happened as much.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be insensible or make a joke out of it, but like literally the day before the concert, he released a song called like Escape Plan, I think. And it's a bit sad that the people attending the concert didn't have an escape plan. So yeah. And then also I just want to say like a quick message as well. Just pay attention to the people, just pay attention to like what type of music you're listening to. Like, obviously people trending right now are like heartbreak rappers or like rage rappers like Travis or like Juice World. But a lot of people at the end of those days, their life is not like good. And like if you listen to these songs and really like take them to heart, like you could attract that in your life. You can manifest that in your life unintentionally. And it's like it's not good for your soul. So it's like obviously you can listen from those time to time, but I don't think you should like listen to those if you want to be happy or like you might be wrongly influenced, like doing drugs, for example. So yeah, that was the 24th episode of Zaddies Talk Tea podcast. Obviously, a lot of a darker episode as we talked about a lot of like depressing material, but at the end of the day, I think Travis Scott can learn from this. And we're gonna wrap up this episode of the podcast, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.